Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to talk about zero and first conditional. Let's start. Conditional sentences are used to speculate about what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish would happen. In English, most sentences using the conditional contain the word if. Many conditional forms in English are used in sentences that include verbs in one of the past tenses. This usage is referred to as the unreal past because we use a past tense, but we are not actually referring to something that happened in the past. There are 5 main ways of constructing conditional sentences in English. In all cases, these sentences are made up of an if clause and a main clause. Let's check all of them. Zero conditional. It refers to general truths. It is formed by the if clause in simple present and the main clause in simple present too. First conditional. It refers to a possible condition and its probable result. It is formed by the if clause in simple present and the main clause in simple future. Second conditional. It refers to a hypothetical condition and its probable result. It is formed by the if clause in simple past and the main clause in present conditional or present continuous conditional. Third conditional. It refers to an unreal past condition and its probable result in the past. It is formed by the if clause in past perfect and the main clause in perfect conditional. Mixed conditional. It refers to an unreal past condition and its probable result in the present. It is formed by the if clause in past perfect and the main clause in present conditional. We use conditionals to express a certain condition and the result of that condition. That's the basis of it. Then, depending on the type of conditional we choose to use, we can express a great many things, be it about the future or the past. In order to understand why we use conditionals better, you need to be familiar with the basic structure of every conditional sentence. So we have an if clause, which is used to describe the condition, a comma after it, and then we have the main clause, which states what will happen if the condition is met. Look at these examples. If it rains, comma, we will cancel the trip. As in all conditional sentences, the order of the clauses is not fixed. You may have to rearrange the pronouns and adjust punctuation when we change the order of the clauses. In this second structure, a comma is not needed, but the meaning is identical. For example, we will cancel the trip if it rains. It is not necessary a comma. Now we know how to construct conditionals, but in this class we just focus on zero conditional and first conditional. Then let's start. The zero conditional is used for when the time being referred to is now or always, and the situation is real and possible. The zero conditional is often used to refer to general truths. In zero conditional sentences, the tense in both parts of the sentence is the simple present. Let's see these examples. If you hit ice, it melts. If it rains, the grass gets wet. In zero conditional sentences, you can replace if with when, because both expresses general truths. The meaning will be unchanged. For example, if you hit ice, it melts. When you hit ice, it melts. Ice melts if you hit it. Ice melts when you hit it. If it rains, the grass gets wet. When it rains, the grass gets wet. The grass gets wet if it rains. The grass gets wet when it rains. The zero conditional is used to make statements about the real world and often refers to general truths, such as scientific facts. In these sentences, the time is now or always, and the situation is real and possible. Let's see. If you freeze water, it becomes a solid. Plants die if you don't get enough water. If my husband has a cold, I usually catch it. If public transport is efficient, people stop using their cars. If you mix red and blue, you get purple. The zero conditional is also often used to give instructions, using the imperative in the main clause. If Bill phones, tell him to meet me at the cinema. Ask Pete if you're not sure what to do. If you want to come, call me before 5. Meet me here if we get separated. The first conditional is used to refer to the present or future where the situation is real. The first conditional refers to a possible condition and its probable result. In these sentences, the if clause is in the simple present and the main clause is in the simple future with will. For example, if you don't hurry, you will miss the train. If it rains today, you will get wet. As in all conditional sentences, the order of the clauses is not fixed. You may have to rearrange the pronouns and adjust punctuation when you change the order of the clauses, but the meaning is identical. For example, if it rains, you will get wet. You will get wet if it rains. If Sally is late again, I will be mad. I will be mad if Sally is late again. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. You will miss the bus if you don't hurry. The first conditional refers to a possible condition and its probable result. These sentences are based on facts and they are used to make statements about the real world and about particular situations. We often use such sentences to give warnings. In first conditional sentences, the time is the present or future and the situation is real. Look at these examples. If I have time, I'll finish that letter. Nobody will notice if you make a mistake. If you drop that glass, it will break. If you don't drop the gun, I'll shoot. If you don't leave, I'll call the police. In the first conditional sentences, you can also use modals in the main clause instead of the future tense to express the degree of certainty, permission, or a recommendation about the outcome. For example, if you drop that glass, it might break. I may finish that letter if I have time. If he calls you, you should go. If you buy my school supplies for me, I will be able to go to the park. The first conditional questions are grammatical forms used in English to discuss probable or likely outcomes in the future, based on a certain condition being met. The structure typically involves an if clause that presents a possible condition, and a main clause that describes the result that will follow if the condition is fulfilled. The formula for these conditional questions is: if plus present simple, comma, will plus base form of the verb. Here we have some examples. If you finish your homework, will you go out with your friends? If they offer you the job, will you accept it? If we miss the bus, will we take a taxi? The basic structure of a yes-no question in the first conditional is will plus subject plus base form of the verb plus if plus subject plus present simple verb. See these examples. Will you call me if you arrive early? Will they cancel the meeting if it snows? Will she accept the offer if they increase the salary? Creating WH questions in the first conditional involves incorporating a WH word like what, where, when, why, or how into the structure of first conditional sentence. These questions are used to ask about specific details regarding a future situation that is considered likely or possible. Thank you so much for your attention to this presentation. Okay, as you can see in our presentation, we focus our attention only on zero conditional and first conditional. We're going to put in practice these grammar topics, solving our Kahoot game. Please be patient. Thank you, Fatima. The PIN for the game is 6011658, or scan the QR code, please. Okay, for this Kahoot, we have on the first place Chante, on the second place Danae, and on the third place Citlali. Congrats, all of you. Hola, hola. ¿Sí me escuchan? Hello. Ok. Si me escuchan, ya vamos a dar por terminada la clase del día de hoy.